No shortcuts, just smart cuts. A Stuttgart cyber awareness story. Happy holidays. Before we start, I want to take a moment to introduce you to our community messaging platform called the OPSEC Minute Extended. On Mondays, we will continue using this space, in both text and posted videos, to share both a little OPSEC, or Operation Security Wisdom, along with an occasional Marvel team-up bridge that ties into other regulatory security disciplines and policies that our leadership and the Department of Army embrace. As for the posted video, we realize reading a page of dialogue is not everyone's cup of tea. As an alternative, please feel free to check out the video of this and other OPSEC Minute stories on our YouTube Secure Narratives channel. Simply click the link and let it play in the background as you tackle your morning routine and backlog of email. All right, enough of the business. Enjoy today's Secure Narrative. Iobrogi. The aroma of roasting chestnuts mingled with the faint, comforting scent of diesel and pine, a quintessential Stuttgart December. For 22-year-old Jesse Hernandez, it was the smell of opportunity. Fresh out of college with a digital media degree and a head buzzing with cutting-edge tech, Jesse had landed a prestigious internship with the U.S. Army Garrison Stuttgart Public Affairs Office, PAO. He viewed it as his personal mission to drag military communications into the 21st century, one viral campaign at a time. The only thing he'd soon discover was that in the military, viral could also mean compromised. Prologue The Enthusiast. Jesse Hernandez had always been a few steps ahead digitally. He'd built websites in middle school, coded apps in high school, and commanded a formidable social media presence for his university's student union. Stuttgart, with its charming German architecture and bustling military community, was a dream. He saw endless potential. Stories waiting to be told, events to be broadcast, connections to be forged. His first week was a blur of acronyms: TDY, PCS, CONUS, OCONUS, and initial briefings. Mr. James J.B. Brooks, the Garrison's OPSEC officer, a man whose quiet demeanor belied decades of observing human behavior, delivered a briefing on Operation Security. He spoke of adversaries and indicators, and the mosaic theory, seemingly insignificant pieces of information when combined, forming a complete picture. Jesse, in his youthful exuberance, mentally filed it under common sense, but good to know. This was swiftly followed by Mr. Alonzo Edwards, the Garrison's command security manager, a stern man with an encyclopedic knowledge of regulations, who drilled down on information security, InfoSec. He stressed the digital side: passwords, phishing, data breaches. Jesse nodded, thinking, yeah, strong passwords, got it. He had much bigger fish to fry, like the upcoming German-American Friendship Fest. He was oblivious to the subtle currents of the Garrison, the invisible networks of information, and the ever-present shadow of those who sought to exploit them. He was an enthusiast, armed with good intentions and dangerous ignorance. Act 1. The New Guy and the Buzz. Jesse's cubicle in the PAO was a whirlwind of activity. His supervisor, Sergeant First Class Anya Sharma, a sharp, pragmatic NCO with an uncanny ability to juggle 5 tasks simultaneously, was a whirlwind. "Welcome to the Thunderdome, Hernandez," she'd greeted him, her eyes twinkling. "You're our digital guru. Just try not to break anything important." His fellow intern, PFC Marcus Mac Jones, a lanky private with a mischievous grin and a talent for capturing dynamic photos, clapped him on the shoulder. "Don't listen to her, Jesse. She loves it when we break the mold. Just not, protocol. That's Mr. Edwards' domain." The biggest project looming was the annual German-American Friendship Fest. It was a massive undertaking, designed to foster community bonds, drawing thousands of military personnel, their families, and local German citizens. PAO's role was crucial, publicity, media relations, and shaping the narrative. Adding to the pressure was the ongoing U.S. federal government shutdown. Budgets were tight, resources scarce, and morale, though resilient, felt the pinch. "We're practically running on hopes and dreams," Sergeant First Class Sharma quipped during a morning brief, "and a whole lot of instant coffee. So, no extravagant spending, no unnecessary travel, and absolutely no mistakes that could cost us more than we already are." Jesse, eager to impress, pitched an ambitious campaign. "We need to go beyond flyers, Sarge. Interactive maps, live social media updates, maybe even a VR tour of the fest grounds." Mac, ever the joker, nudged him. "Careful, Jesse. You'll have Sarge saying it's giving 6-7 if you get too elaborate. You know, like totally over the top." Sergeant First Class Sharma shot them a look. "Kids, that's giving, and it's a social media trend. But yes, Hernandez, innovative is good, secure is better. Remember JB's spiel? Loose lips sink careers, not just ships." Jesse nodded, absorbing the energy. He saw a chance to shine. He began drafting ideas, sketching out designs, and, crucially, looking for the fastest, most efficient ways to get things done. Act 2. The Shortcut and the Oversight. The Friendship Fest was a month away, and the PAO team was stretched thin. Jesse was tasked with creating the main digital promotional package, a vibrant, interactive brochure for online distribution, and a series of social media graphics. He'd connected with a freelance German graphic designer, Lena Richter, known for her modern, eye-catching work. To speed up collaboration, Jesse decided to use a popular, free public cloud service for sharing large design files and drafts with Lena. It was fast, easy, and bypassed the Garrison's slower, more cumbersome secure file-sharing system. "It's just graphics, Sarge," he reasoned when he briefly mentioned it. "Nothing classified." Sergeant First Class Sharma, buried under a mountain of shutdown-related paperwork, gave a distracted nod. "Just make sure she's on the official contractor list, Jesse, and don't put anything sensitive on there." Jesse, emboldened by Sergeant First Class Sharma's implicit trust, didn't just share graphics. In his zeal to provide Lena with context, he uploaded early drafts of the festival schedule, including proposed VIP arrival times, a preliminary layout of vendor stalls, which inadvertently showed security checkpoint placements, and even a list of key military and German dignitaries expected. He figured it was all publicly releasable information eventually, so a sneak peek for a trusted contractor was fine. Then, seeking early feedback for a teaser campaign, Jesse uploaded a mock-up of the festival map to a private but large Facebook group for military spouses and community members. "Hey, everyone! What do you think of this early version? Any feedback on layout?" He posted, unwittingly including metadata in the image file which, when extracted, revealed the exact time and date the map was finalized, and the specific software used. Minor details, perhaps, but part of a larger mosaic. His actions, driven by efficiency and a desire to excel, were a series of small, seemingly inconsequential breaches of OPSEC and InfoSec. He wasn't thinking about adversaries, he was thinking about deadlines and likes. Act 3, The Ripple Effect and the Alert. It started with a question. "Colonel Sanford," asked a German reporter during a press call, "will the Gate 7 banner be visible to the public near the VIP entrance?" Sanford froze. That detail wasn't public. Not yet. Soon after, an anti-NATO protest group announced a demonstration at the exact site of the main family stage. Coincidence? Mr. Brooks didn't think so. Cross-referencing online forums, he found an anonymous thread, screenshots, snippets, and a now-deleted festival map with detailed annotations. Someone had pieced together Jesse's uploads, posts, and metadata into a mosaic of vulnerabilities. Mr. Brooks followed the digital trail to its origin, Jesse's Facebook post and public cloud link. His jaw tightened. "He's connected the entire event's security profile without even knowing it," he told Edwards. Edwards' face hardened. "We're lucky this was found by someone curious, not hostile." The two men exchanged a silent look. The storm was coming. Act 4. The Confrontation and the Humbling. The message for Jesse to report to the Garrison commander's office came from Sergeant First Class Sharma, and her expression was serious. "Jesse, they want to see you. Mr. Brooks, Mr. Edwards, Colonel Sanford, and even Mr. Gwinner." Her voice was low, and it felt like trouble. Jesse stepped into the room, his heart racing. Colonel Sanford was at the head of the table, looking authoritative. Mr. Gwinner, the deputy garrison commander, sat there with a blank face. Mr. Brooks was calm, holding a tablet that displayed Jesse's posts and cloud activity. Mr. Edwards stood with his arms crossed, radiating disappointment. "Mr. Hernandez," Mr. Edwards started, his voice cold and steady, which made it even more unsettling. "Can you explain why sensitive details about the Friendship Fest were made public through an unsecured cloud service and a social media group?" Jesse stammered, feeling his earlier confidence fade away. "Sir, it was just for Lena, the designer, and the Facebook group was for feedback. I didn't think... It wasn't classified, just an early draft." Mr. Brooks chimed in gently. "Jesse, think about it. An adversary doesn't need classified info. They just need any info. Your early draft, VIP schedule, and the detailed map showing security points were all too easy to find. This allowed a reporter to ask targeted questions and helped an activist group plan a disruption with alarming accuracy. It's not just about sharing. It's about connecting the dots." Colonel Sanford leaned in. "Mr. Hernandez, our job is to protect our people and our assets while building strong ties with our host nation. Your actions, even if well-meaning, have jeopardized the security and integrity of a major community event. Plus, they forced us to divert crucial resources during a government shutdown to fix this. Do you grasp how serious this is?" Jesse felt his face burn with embarrassment. The images of his posts and cloud documents felt like evidence against him. His ambitious ideas were crumbling into negligence. He had been so focused on speed and efficiency that he ignored basic security principles. Then Mr. Edwards revealed something important. "The anonymous poster who gathered your publicly available info wasn't an enemy. It was a local historian, Frau Elsa Hoffmann, who had spent years tracking local news and events. She pieced together the information, the news report, the protest flyer, your online map, and, noticing the usual tight security, got worried. She sent it anonymously to the German authorities, who alerted us. Her concern, not malice, brought this vulnerability to light. It was a near miss that could have been much worse." The realization hit Jesse hard. His careless shortcut wasn't exploited by a hacker but flagged by a concerned citizen. It was a humbling moment. He wasn't a target. He was a liability. Later, back at PAO, Sergeant First Class Sharma, Mac, and even Frau Hildegard Schmidt were waiting. Sharma didn't yell. She just placed a hand on his shoulder. "Tough lesson, huh? We all mess up. The smart ones learn." Mac offered a weak smile. "At least you didn't accidentally send the colonel a dancing cat gif like I did once." Frau Schmidt, usually quiet, patted his arm. "Sometimes the fastest way isn't the best way, Jesse. Discretion is a German art form. Remember that." Their quiet support meant a lot. He felt like a part of a team, even in his shame. Act 5. The Recovery and the Lesson. Jesse spent the next week in a whirlwind of mitigation. With Mr. Brooks and Mr. Edwards, and under Sergeant First Class Sharma's watchful eye, he meticulously retraced every step. He secured every file, deleted every unapproved public post, and wrote a formal retraction and clarification for the military spouse group, owning up to his error. He helped draft the incident report, detailing how his shortcuts opened up vulnerabilities. He even helped develop new, clearer guidelines for PAO personnel on using secure channels and the dangers of metadata. The Garrison, already stressed by the shutdown, had to reallocate resources to adjust security plans for the Friendship Fest. Security checkpoints were subtly shifted, VIP arrival protocols modified, and public information releases were strictly vetted. During the deep dive into Jesse's digital footprints, Mr. Brooks and Mr. Edwards discovered something else. While Jesse's primary error was using an unapproved public cloud for sensitive event planning, his actions inadvertently highlighted that other offices within the Garrison were also using various unapproved public cloud services for what they considered non-sensitive internal collaboration. This shadow IT presented a different systemic InfoSec vulnerability, not for sensitive event details, but for general internal communications, potentially exposing network entry points or internal workflows. Jesse's mistake, while significant, became a catalyst for addressing a broader, pre-existing issue. The Friendship Fest, despite the security adjustments and the earlier panic, was a resounding success. The weather held, the crowds were enthusiastic, and the spirit of cross-cultural camaraderie shone through. Jesse, humbled but sharper, played a crucial role in the on-site media relations, ensuring every piece of information released was vetted and secure. He had actively participated in preventing a potential disruption, transforming his mistake into a powerful lesson. Epilogue: The Advocate. 6 months later, the Stuttgart Garrison was humming. The government shutdown had long ended, and life had returned to a more stable rhythm. Jesse Hernandez was still at PAO, but he was a different person. He had completed his internship and accepted a full-time position as a digital security and outreach specialist, a new role created in the wake of his humbling experience. He now led mandatory OPSEC and InfoSec refreshers, not from a textbook, but from experience. Look, I know these briefings can feel like common sense or rules for rules' sake, he'd tell a room full of new interns and junior personnel, a self-deprecating smile on his face. I thought the same thing once, and it almost cost this Garrison a major community event and a lot of trust. My mistake wasn't malice, it was ignorance, speed, and a dash of overconfidence. Remember, every piece of information, no matter how small, can be a puzzle piece for someone looking to build a picture. Your job isn't just to tell our story, it's to protect it. He'd even developed a catchy phrase, a nod to Mac's earlier joke. When it comes to OPSEC, thinking it's giving 6-7 is a good start to avoid being 6-7. He'd point to the screen, showing a graphic of a secure network. No shortcuts, just smart cuts. Sergeant First Class Sharma, now his colleague rather than direct supervisor, often watched him, a proud gleam in her eye. Mr. Brooks would occasionally nod approvingly during Jesse's briefings. Mr. Edwards, while still stern, gave him a respectful, albeit brief, nod in the hallway. Colonel Sanford even clapped him on the back one day. "Hernandez, you turned a potential disaster into a powerful lesson for us all. That's true leadership." Jesse, once the confident tech whiz, had found a new, profound humility. He understood now that OPSEC wasn't just about rules, it was a mindset, an ethos of constant vigilance. And InfoSec wasn't just about firewalls, it was about human behavior, responsibility, and the shared purpose of protecting the mission and the community. He had learned that the most effective advocates are often those who have walked closest to the fire and emerged, not unscathed, but undeniably wiser. The aroma of Stuttgart still brought him opportunity, but now it also carried the subtle, persistent scent of security. Thank you for sticking around as we continue testing the boundaries of an extended storyboard. Think of it as security training with a plot twist, and a fresh way to both educate our team and connect with our military community. Subscribe to our Secure Narratives YouTube channel. Hit us with a like and watch our new updates, which will be uploaded with or without a government funding shutdown in effect. Also, if you have other suggestions or ideas, or are interested in a personalized name drop, or your work center's inclusion to our tales, don't hold back. Send a quick note, or use the interactive customer evaluation system to share your thoughts. We're all ears and ready to make things even better, so until next Mondays, OPSEC Minute Extended. Keep those comments coming and stay engaged.